Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The dramatic events of The Chase episode. The Chase, a game of betrayal. The lights beamed down on the studio, illuminating the four contestants standing nervously beside Bradley Walsh. The audience buzzed with excitement, and at home, millions tuned in, eager for a thrilling game of wit and nerve. Tonight's game, however, would be remembered for all the wrong reasons. Eleanor, a bright-eyed 24-year-old from Cardiff, was the first to step up against Jenny the Vixen Ryan. She had confidence, but faltered under pressure, and the audience groaned as she was eliminated within minutes. It was a rocky start, but the remaining three contestants, Bev, Neil, and Nick, were determined to carry on. Bev, a 43-year-old sales manager with an infectious enthusiasm, breezed through her cash builder round, securing a respectable £3,000. But then came the moment that shocked her teammates. She boldly took the high offer of £40,000. Gasps echoed through the studio. It was a gamble, but she played with precision and nerves of steel, bringing back the full amount. Bradley Walsh clapped his hands together, beaming. "You're absolutely brilliant," he exclaimed. The atmosphere was electric. The team now had a hopping £40,000 in the prize pot. But what happened next left both the studio and viewers at home in disbelief. Neil, a 53-year-old civil engineer, was up next. He performed decently in his cash builder round, securing £4,000. The audience nodded approvingly, expecting him to strengthen the prize fund. But when faced with the decision to either take his £4,000, go high, or accept a lower offer to make his return to the team easier, he did the unthinkable. "I'll take the -5,000, Neil announced, a sheepish grin spreading across his face. The crowd gasped audibly. Even Bradley's usually playful demeanour shifted, his eyebrows shooting up in surprise. "-5, he echoed, as if Neil had misheard the question. Neil nodded. "I just want to make sure I get back." Bev's face tightened, her victory overshadowed by frustration. The prize pot, once a glorious £40,000, was now shrinking before her eyes. At home, viewers erupted. Social media was flooded with outrage. "Absolutely pathetic," one viewer fumed. Another posted, "Neil could have easily won that £4,000. Weak move." As Neil returned to the table with his negative contribution, his expression remained smug. Then came Nick, the 44-year-old men's stylist from Bath. The team watched anxiously, hoping he'd bring a strong addition to the pot. He managed only £2,000 in his cash builder, disappointing but still a contribution. But then he too made a shocking decision. "I'll take the -14,000, Nick declared, his voice casual, as if he hadn't just committed the biggest betrayal in the Chase history. Gasps turned into boos. Even the Vixen, normally poised, raised an eyebrow in disbelief. "Are you serious?" Bradley asked, his usual charm slipping. Nick simply shrugged. Better safe than sorry. Safe for who? Certainly not the team. In one fell swoop, their prize fund had plummeted from £40,000 to £21,000. The betrayal was brutal. The audience was stunned into silence, but the reaction from viewers at home was immediate. Nick took -14, and no one will ever forget that. One viewer raged. "The Chase has become unwatchable," another lamented. "How can anyone justify this?" Bev, who had risked everything to bring home £40,000, clenched her jaw but said nothing. There was still the final chase to think about. With 21k now in the pot, the trio faced Jenny in a tense final round. They managed to score 13 questions correctly. Not a bad performance, but not strong enough. Jenny caught them with 47 seconds to spare, crushing their hopes in an instant. Bev exhaled sharply, shaking her head. Neil and Nick exchanged awkward glances, realizing that their cautious approach had led to a spectacular failure. As the credits rolled, social media continued to explode. Taking minus 19k from the pot is not helping the team, it's pure greed. Nick and Neil should never be allowed on a quiz show again. Justice for Bev. As the studio lights dimmed and Bradley shook his head with a disappointed chuckle, one thing was certain: this episode of The Chase would go down in history, not for a glorious victory, but for one of the most disgraceful displays ever seen on the show. And as millions of viewers switched off their TVs in frustration, a single sentiment echoed across the nation: unacceptable. This story captures the drama of the Chase episode while adding a fictionalized, dramatic edge to the events. What do you think?